See, 1 and 2's over with before you get started.
Yeah, 1 and 2 is quick, snappy. Welcome back to Phillips Run Drip and Bubble Company. Today I've come to Johnny Acre's shop, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his Audi he's built. And it's definitely something different, because I don't think they ever made a Ute, did they?
No, Audi did not do that, but I fixed that problem.
You fix it for him. All right, tell us a little about it. What's the...
Well, it's a 05 Audi S4 with a Smith Ute conversion that made it into a pickup truck.
Okay, so Smith Ute. So is that a company that specializes in the Ute?
Yeah, the fellow that started Factory 5 doing the Cobras and the 32 Fords and those type cars, he sold that company to his brother, and then he started building conversions on Volkswagens. His first one was a Jetta with moving the engine to the back and making a convertible out of it. It was just too complicated of a car. Right. Nobody wanted to mess with it. His next one was a Jetta, Volkswagen Jetta, made a pickup truck out of it, and people liked that. So he continued it with his Audi, which is basically a Jetta chassis with an Audi body on it.
Yeah.
And I have never wanted an Audi until they told me I could have an Audi, a pickup truck with a V8 motor, 6-speed manual, and all-wheel drive.
That sounds like a good time.
And that piqued my curiosity.
Right. So this thing's V8 all-wheel drive manual.
Yes.
That sounds like a riot.
And V8 manual transmission, full-wheel drive, that just screams pickup truck.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Poor thing was built on the chassis of a sedan, and it always wanted to be a pickup.
Right.
So
now, did this thing come as has it always been a 2-door, or was it a 4-door? And
it was a 4-door.
It was a 4-door car.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not
built on the S4 chassis, which is a 4-door. Their sportier version. It's a V8 engine with 345 horse. Let me pop the hood and we'll look at it.
V8, 345 horsepower, all-wheel drive. This thing will be a blast on a mountain road. Wow. They got it crammed in there, don't they?
It's kind of a tight fit, yes.
But at least they done the spark plugs down through the head instead of being down underneath.
And that's about the only thing you can change on the thing with the motor in the car.
Really? So if you have to do anything
else, the motor comes out.
Wow. Is that a pretty large process, I'm guessing?
Huge process, a lot bigger than I thought. Matter of fact, I bought the car with a blown up engine with the idea, I'll just get a salvage yard motor and change it out over the weekend.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been there. It's going to be real quick.
A year later,
right,
I got the thing running. And after I made sure that the brakes worked and the rest of the car was decent, I started cutting on it to install the pickup truck kit.
Okay. So overall, from time you bought it, blowed up, to where we're finished, what's the time frame on that?
Overall, about 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah. There's some downtime there where, trying to locate parts.
Yeah, just surfing the internet, trying to figure it all out.
Life happens, as they say. And,
right.
Sometimes you have to take a break.
Yeah. Now, as the brakes, I see it's got the drilled and slotted rotors. Yeah, is that the factory brake?
That's part of the S4 package, yeah.
Okay, so this thing's fast and it stops good.
Yes, sir.
Two very important things.
Yes. It was originally a sunroof car.
Really?
And I didn't like sunroofs. So I took the sheet metal off the back of the car and moved it to the front, welded it in, and
you can't even tell it had a sunroof. It's just slit.
And made took care of the sunroof. I mean the headliner. Got some styrofoam board and glued it in, and you can't tell it ever had a sunroof in there.
All right, do you care if we look inside of it? Leather interior. Yeah, you can't even tell that had a sunroof at all. I mean, it's just gone.
I moved the rear dome light to the front there, So I've got all the lights work on the sunroof.
Now tell me something. See, this wild.
Yeah.
You got the Audi emblem in the back of the.
Yeah, that is my third brake light.
Really?
Let's see if it'll show up in the daytime.
Yep, I see it. That's wild. So the little humps and all that. That is that. I'm guessing you done the.
Yes, I did. I formed it to the roof and made it fit.
That looks good. It looks like it's supposed to be. So,
The slider window is part of the kit, and all the aluminum comes pre-bent, welded where it needs welding.
wow, yeah, that's
The tail lights are from an Acura MDX,
okay.
and of course Acura did not have a rear fog light like an Audi did. But after quite a bit of searching, I found a light bulb socket that would fit the Audi housing for a 2-element bulb. So now I have a rear fog light and turned out the fog light out light on the dash.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. And then the dual exhaust. Now, did it come with the
No,
that style, or is that what you had? You had that put on, or you?
no, it was flush with the bottom, and if you wanted the cutouts for the tail outlets, you had to make your own. So there's a lot of work in that rear panel there.
I'd say, yeah, I could see it being a lot of work, but it looks great.
So these are my backup lights, and they fit in the flush, and they make a good bit of light.
LED, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay, yep, it's nice.
My tag lights, they sent some goofy little LED pin lights.
Yeah.
But I didn't like that. I wanted to use the factory license plate lights.
Yeah.
To do that, I had to move that panel down to make that gap bigger on the back side of it.
Where it worked right.
So the light would recess up in the housing there.
Wow. So yeah, there's a lot of work just on that one small. I mean, there's a lot of work on the whole thing. But.
Then also, when I did that, I raised this edge up from here to about here to tighten up the gap on the tailgate.
Now the tailgate that lets down, I'm guessing. I see the hinges. How does it operate from the inside?
I use the original Audi interior door handles from the rear doors.
Yeah.
And so I just...
there you go. And they're flush so they don't catch on anything.
Yeah. Even these screws came from the rear doors.
Hey, that's got it figured out there.
Of course, the interior part of the tailgate is from a Ford Ranger. The narrow-bodied one.
Yeah.
Works great. Closes easy. Got what do they call them? Magnum flow exhaust?
Yeah. Well, now I've seen all around it. How's it run out? Run good?
It runs real good, yeah.
Runs real good.
Yes.
All right. Well, if you don't care, you care if we go for a test drive?
Sure thing.
This thing pulls hard. Yeah, that right there. I mean, this thing just digs and goes. Yeah, this is a good time right here.
Third gear is my favorite gear.
Third gear is the money gear.
First and second, fun's over with before you get started.
Right. want to do is quick, snappy. Wow. This thing just sticks to the road. Got some 3M on the tires or something holding us down.
That's kind of behind the lizard logo gizmo with the
Yeah.
Audi on it there. They say it holds the road like a lizard.
I can definitely tell you, when we come around that corner back there, it's just stuck.
So far, the only warning light I've got on the dash is the airbag light. And I think that's because I don't have rear seat belts.
Okay, that makes sense.
And they say that you can mess with the computer and tell it that it doesn't have seat belts anymore back there. And that'll turn that light out. But
okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'd say they could somehow. You might have to go through Audi on something like that, would you?
Yeah, or some of these independent shops are probably more willing to modify than Audi.
Right.
Yeah,
because I don't think you need rear seat belts.
Not anymore.
Or rear airbags. I think you'd be all right there.
Yeah.
This is filmed in Mexico, by the way. You can definitely tell all-wheel drive and the horsepower in this car is it's on point. This thing, it sticks to the road good. It gets up and goes, like you said. First, second's quick and snappy. Third's got some drive to it, and then you pull back fourth, fifth, and sixth, and just cruise on out. So this is a cool car. This thing, it blows my mind. Well, Johnny, I appreciate you showing me the car and taking me for a ride, down to Mexico and back. And I'll definitely be back. Looks like you got some more cool toys sitting around we'd like to check out sometime. So
yeah, we'll have to go for a ride on that one day.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That'll work. Hey, I appreciate it.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.